can a randomly assembled team?
Psyduck! Welcome to the team, Psyduck.
And frankly, absurd strategies.
That did nothing. But they did not use
defy the odds.
Are you kidding me? A slow final. What is going on here?
And take us all the way to Master Ball.
We win!
This is Roulette to Ranked. Welcome back, I am Frolicker VGC. Last time out, we got one new Pokemon. We are hoping that it will be the Pokemon to carry us all the way to Master Ball. We'll see. You can look on that side of the screen and you can see all of our current team members. And we're hoping that this next random Pokemon can help us out quite a bit in this episode. We'll see. Alright, the next member we're adding to our team is... That would be good, but Wait, is it in the game? Actually, I'll take a Scrafty. Is Scrafty in the game? I've got to double check. Scrafty is, in fact, legal for VGC Regulation G. I think it was added in one of the DLCs, which is why I don't know it off the top of my head. But that's amazing news! That's really, really good news for us. Because Scrafty, I think, it's not commonly used right now. I will say, Scrafty is not commonly used right now, but it's got a lot of really good tools. It's got Fake Out and Intimidate, which, it basically can act like an almost Incineroar for us. It's a typing that I don't think we really have. Keep in mind, I'm not actively looking at the same list you all are looking at, so don't judge me if I don't remember every single thing. But, that's good into Cali, it's good into Cali Shadow, potentially. Oh no, we do have a fighting type. We're relying on a fighting type almost entirely in Zamazenta. But still, yeah, the Fake Out, the Dark typing, I don't think it gets Parting Shot. I'll be looking here in just a second. But yeah, honestly, just like having an Intimidate, having a Fake Out user, just for that additional pivoting, I think is really, really strong. Welcome to the team, Scrafty. So here is the team for today. As you can see, we added Scrafty in. Of course, we also brought back Enamorus and Thwackey for, Orthworm, Grookey, and Vikavolt are the three that got subbed out here. Scrafty, the ability to Intimidate on switch in, and get a Fake Out off is just really, really big. It can buy a turn for Zamazenta to attack, or Body Press. Can also buy a turn for Enamorus to set up Tailwind or to attack, or potentially for Glaceon to get an attack off as well. Just the additional Fake Out support is really, really nice. Intimidate is a fantastic tool as well that we have sorely been lacking in previous episodes. The typing's really good, especially just because I think Ghost types have bothered us a ton. And having the Stab Dark knockoff is really, really strong. It might be the best mod we've rolled, funnily enough. Which it doesn't seem that way, but it does a slightly worse job of filling in one of the most important niches in VGC, which is just like a Rillaboom or Incineroar pivot plus Intimidate. And so even though it's not commonly seen, it's like if there were a select few other mons who didn't exist, then Scrafty I think would be commonly seen. It fills in a very, very vital niche. We have Terrastellar Enamorus. If ever it goes for Terrastellar Terra Blast, it gets a buff to its attack and special attack thanks to Contrary. We have Focus Sash to give it a little bit more longevity, allows us to invest fully in special attack and speed. We've also got Tailwind on there as well, which is a really nice option. Zamazenta, we went to Heavy Slam instead of Crunch. Honestly, this is a Pokemon that just really, really sorely misses that Steel typing. Heavy Slam actually... It doesn't do as much damage as I would like it to. I almost thought about switching to Iron Head, but Heavy Slam's really good specifically for Flutter Mane, which can be really, really tough for the team. Iron Bundle and Glaceon have a lot of really good synergy, and into something like a Kyogre are really, really strong. I think just having a neutral manual weather that we can set up just allows us to counteract what a lot of other teams are built around, which is really nice. A similar thing goes for Thwacky being able to set up terrain, fake out and U-turn. It's an excellent pivot. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of got a Zamazenta balance team with a Blizzard spam mode that just looks very, very odd. It's almost just like this is like a standard Zamazenta team from an alternate universe. Truth be told, where you replace Scrafty with Incineroar, Thwacky with Rillaboom, you add in Tornadus, maybe like a Pelipper, then all of a sudden you've got like a very standard team. Where it's like we've got a lot of, we have a lot of Mons that are maybe the third or fourth best option for the role that they fill. But honestly, that's a pretty good place to be. We've got a well-functioning team here, and I'm really excited to take it on the ladder. Let's see if Scrafty can put in some work here. I'm really liking Scrafty. Okay. They have got a lot of fire types, which I don't think we particularly like, truth be told. This is really, really tough. I think we go Thwacky for the pivoting. I don't know if I'd lead Thwacky, though. I think I might lead Bundle, have Thwacky Scrafty in the back. I don't know if I love that. In fact, I really don't love that. But it's what we're going with. Yeah, what really bites is that we don't have a great collision course switch in. So this Koraidon is super, super threatening to this whole team. So yeah, we just need to try and knock it out as soon as we can. It's actually really fortunate. This really isn't bad. It's fortunate that they're not leading with something along the lines of the Koraidon, honestly. So I could switch in Scrafty to get an Intimidate on the board and to get Fake Out pressure in. I guess I did lead Bundle, so now we're kind of locked into the Quark Drive. Oh gosh. Let me see here. I don't mind trying to get an Iron Defense up, and then potentially... I think I like Icy Wind. If Koraidon comes in, it'll hit it for a bit of damage. It won't kill. But I do like the idea of Ogerpon being slower than Zamazenta, especially if they want to set up a Swords Dance to just be able to outpace them for the future. I think is really, really nice. I could have gone for a Hydro Pump there, but I just don't I think we've got plenty of ways to hit the Incin long term. I don't think we need to prioritize hitting it right now. I would hate to see Bundle go down to a Wood Hammer here. I wouldn't particularly like that. Let's see what they go for. That's nice. That's honestly really nice because, yeah, Zamazenta is going to outspeed now. And we are threatening potentially a ton of damage. I think we could probably knock out the Ogerpon this turn with Icy Wind Body Press, I'd think. Is Body Press doing enough damage? I don't imagine your Ogerpon is bulkier than your Incineroar. I think that might be enough damage. I could Hydro Pump it, but I'm not sure. I'm really not too sure about that. I could also protect Iron Defense. I don't think there's much reason not to do that, right? Especially because I've got Thwacky to come in later. Yeah, and then that just guarantees I can get the kill on the board later. They could also protect. I could see them protecting with Ogerpon. So I'm good for that. Okay, what are they bringing in? This could potentially be kind of bad for me. Yeah, I do have a few regrets here. I do potentially have Terra Ghost on the board now, which I'm not hating. They seem to have all physical attackers, which is amazing for me, because I'm assuming Koraidon's the last one in here. And for Zamazenta, that's pretty good. Oh, they're going for Grassy Glide on Bundle, which definitely would have killed. So I am actually super, super happy with that play then. I'm assuming they're going to want to go for the same thing. It definitely kills I don't think we need to protect the Zamazenta here. I could bring in Thwacky or Scrafty. I kind of like Scrafty for the Intimidates here, even though it will take a bit more damage. But I am going to Body Press. I'm going to force them to Fake Out. If they don't Fake Out, they're just in a really, really tough spot there. And I'm going to bring in Scrafty. Yeah, I think that's the play. We do lose Booster, but Bundle's faster than everything anyway, assuming Koraidon is their last one. And if it's not Koraidon, then then they didn't bring a Restricted, which is good news. I'd actually rather it be Koraidon, though, just because Zamazenta's now in a really, really good spot. We've got an Intimidate on the board here. Let's see. I'm curious what they're going for here. Are they going for the Zamazenta? I mean, a critical hit on Zamazenta is how they win, right? So I'm not sure it's... it might be worth it on their end. I could hypothetically protect here because of the fake-out pressure. I was kind of thinking they'd target the bundle again, especially since that slot just protected, which is kind of why I did this. Let's see. I'd hate to see a cudgel here. Yeah, because we could have hypothetically pumped. That's actually a worst case scenario. Please don't crit. Okay, didn't crit, which is really good. Here, let me think. I think that we just... I think we don't let up on that Ogerpon slot. They easily could protect, but that is just the only way they kind of get me, right? And yeah, they can bring in Incineroar next turn, but I actually don't need to Fake Out with Scrafty, because Zamazenta is faster here. And so I'd actually prefer to keep Fake Out online for next turn, just reducing the hits they can get, and going into Thwacky, actually. I think that makes a lot of sense to me. Alternatively, I could go to Bundle. I think I like Thwacky better. I think both could work well, because, I mean, like, worst case scenario for this move is they Spiky Shield, U-turn out with Rillaboom, get Incineroar back in, are threatening a Fake Out, which I think is probably what they're going for. I guess Thwacky takes more damage from that than a Bundle would, right? But this means that we're in a position to Fake Out the Incineroar, and still be threatening that Ogerpon next turn. Yep. Yeah, that early Icy Wind is really, really coming in clutch here. This Incineroar would have to be pretty much max speed to outspeed my Thwacky, because I did value some speed investment into the Thwacky. And so I am down to just Fake Out the Incineroar with Thwacky. I'd be very surprised if we got outsped. And does a Body Press kill the Ogerpon from this range? I guess we're going to find out, right? I'm not super familiar with all of my Zamazenta calcs. I think I could see it not. Let's Body Press and Fake Out. I mean, this is the position we wanted, right? So I'll just go with the play. I am having second thoughts. If it doesn't KO... I mean, my big concern is the way they win is critting Zamazenta, right? I'm afraid of allowing that, but I think we just have to hope that Zamazenta deals enough damage and/or doesn't get crit. So let's go for it. Yeah, the way they win is Ivy Cudgel crit onto Zamazenta. Other than that, it's not looking amazing for them. Nice, Zamazenta. There we go. Yeah, and here it's like it just shows the. This just shows you what having two Fake Out pivots can do. We had Scrafty on the field. They felt like they had to protect to get their own Fake Out in. But even though I had Fake Out on the field, I could switch to my other Fake Out user, bring it in, and Fake Out their Fake Out to pick up the KO. And now their options for winning, if they have Koraidon on the back, I don't exactly see what their play is. Let me see. It's also nice here not being a Steel type, actually, because we are not weak to Koraidon. Yeah, we're not weak to Koraidon. Let me see. I think I want to bring in Scrafty for Thwacky, get a Fake Out potentially on the board. I'm just going to go after the Incineroar because the Koraidon can protect, is my thought process. Just knock out whatever's in this slot. I could U-turn with Thwacky. But I think I'd rather just go Scrafty. I think Scrafty I'm gonna say Scrafty lives a Flare Blitz. A non-Terra Flare Blitz in the sun. If they collision course, Scrafty would not live. No way. We still have Terra, don't we? I'm Terra Ghost now on Thwacky. Clear Amulet, we expected Clear Amulet. That's why I figured that we wouldn't get value out of the Intimidate in that way. Not super effective, friend. That would actually do, yeah, Collision Course does even greater damage if it's super effective. So if we were Zamazenta crowned, we actually would be in trouble. But because we're the lesser used Zamazenta, that actually puts us in a much, much safer position for this endgame. Grassy Surge gets set up again, which benefits Zamazenta more than it benefits anything else on the field. I actually like Protect and Switch Attack Thwacky. Don't let them... I don't need to let them crit me at any point. And if Thwacky goes down, then I just have Fake Out Unthreatening next turn. This gives Zamazenta more healing. Yeah, there we go! Team working as intended. Yeah, that was a... That was probably one of the cleanest wins we've had against a somewhat, like, meta-relevant team in the history of Roulette to Ranked, truth be told. And I think a lot of that comes down to we have Scrafty and Thwacky with Fake-Out support who can support our Zamazenta. We basically just have a meta a Zamazenta team. Just, you know, the budget version. Where we have a slightly worse version of Zamazenta, we have a slightly worse version of Rillaboom, we have a slightly worse version of Incineroar, but they all can do a job. Alright, so we've got a Kyogre team with no Tornadus. They don't seem to have a Trick Room setter either. This is a really unconventional Kyogre team, still very, very threatening. Yeah, so the big question is... What are they doing? That's the big question. What are they doing? We don't want to let them set up Toxic Spikes before Zamazenta gets on the field, but we're leading with special attackers, so that shouldn't be an issue. Bundle is going to outspeed the Kyogre and Urshifu and be able to set up Snowscape before they attack. There's definitely still issues with the plan, but I'm kind of liking where we're at. I think there's definitely rationale to not lead Glaceon. But I'm going to do it anyway. I think Thwacky might make more sense. No, I mean, usually, I mean, you've seen it a few times now in the series. My answer into Kyogre is just, with this specific team, is Snowscape, change the weather, try and deal with Kyogre's partner with Glaceon in that time. Yeah. That's what I was kind of afraid of, though. Because there's a good chance here that this is a... I could see a close combat and a Water Spout, right? And then into Glaceon, and then Glaceon doesn't get an attack off. I think if that happens, right? I could go into Thwacky here. But I think I'd rather preserve Thwacky. I think I definitely Snowscape here. And then I think we Freeze Dry into Urshifu. Just because that should one-shot if we get the attack off. And we'll see how it goes. So they do Terra something. I wonder if this is not just Terra Water on something. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of damage incoming. I wonder if we could have leveraged Zamazenta more just since we... Actually, I guess we're going to see here. If Kyogre, like, if one of them Scarf, then they'll be moving first. Okay, that's definitely Scarf Urshifu. That is unfortunate that we're not going to get that Freeze Dry KO there. But unless this is Specs Water Spout Kyogre, which I doubt with how you don't have speed control, then this is not really that bad. Water Spout is a bit bold. Oh, that's Specs. I think that's 100% Specs. That's the only way it does that much damage. which there is some perks to it being Specs. We will always outspeed it with Zamazenta. Here, I'm fine Grassy gliding into the Kyogre. I don't think they've got a way to stop it. And then just body pressing into the Archaludon. That's a pretty bad turn 1, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, and it just goes to show that if I had... probably a Thwackey lead was better. I think just relying on... What I did was... The lead I had was great if they had Tornadus, but I think just if they're gonna be attacking with both Mons, it's not good. It's also really bold to go for that with Specs Ogre, but that's alright. They have already Terra'd. None of their switch-ins love Grassy Glide. I don't want to Terra this Zamazenta. A Draco Meteor would be pretty bad for me, but I've got to... I don't think I've got a choice. I've got to Grassy Glide this Ogre, or I've got to attack the Ogre in some way. This Body Press is not going to kill the Archaludon. I have to hope the Archaludon can't one-shot the Zamazenta. If it does, it's game over. That makes a lot of sense. I don't think you have much that enjoys switching into this. Yeah, that doesn't enjoy that. Alright, we just need this Archaludon to not one-hit KO us. Because, yeah, it doesn't kill. Please no Draco Meteor. That's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see Draco Meteor. That's fine. That's really weird. Please no Para. Okay, no Para. I was like, Para is also how we lose. Because now... I mean, we've got the tools to beat everything we've seen now. The question is, what's in the back, and can it beat this combo? They've already Terra'd, which is really good for us. We know they're Scarf Urshifu, so they can't protect, so Grassy Glide is very safe here. They could protect on Archaludon. Citrus Berry is really uncommon for it, but they can't Terra out of the Body Press. Their best Body Press switch-in is Glycolor. This is not horrible for us. This is not that bad. Yeah. They don't have damage reduction. They don't have a way to Terra out of that. So yeah, we just Grassy Glide again into that slot. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, that's going to be 2 knockouts there. And we're going to have 2 Mons at pretty much full health against whatever they have in the back. Also, we know for a fact... I think it has to be Specs Kyogre. I don't think even Mystic Water... I don't think Mystic Water Modest would get that. Would get those KOs. I don't think it would. Not in Snow. And so I'm pretty confident it is in fact Specs, which is very good information for us. Because that probably means we can pick up the KO before it attacks. Yeah, because it shouldn't... I don't think it should have Protect. Alright, Blood Moon is spooky. I mean, because, like, yeah, can Blood Moon one-shot a Zamazenta? I sure hope not. I'm going to save the Terra. I'm not saving it for anything in particular, but I'm just paranoid. Okay. That should be in Body Press range. That's got to be, right? Nice, 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 nice. There you go. Yeah, I mean, Specs Kyogre does a lot of damage, but if you don't have a lot of support, then it can get ganged up on. We need this not to kill. If this kills, we could be in real trouble. Okay. I think we have it now. Yeah, this is a Body Press, and this is a Wood Hammer. I expect Thwackey to be faster. Even if it's not, they won't be able to one-hit KO Thwackey, so I'll always get the Wood Hammer off. Yeah, let's see. There we go. Thwackey Zamazenta. Coming in clutch. After, you know, a questionable turn 1. But yeah, no, it was really just the lack of speed control let Thwackey and Zamazenta steamroll. And honestly, even if they had handled the Urshifu better, we were kind of fine into it because we had Terra Water that we could have expended on the Zamazenta as well, which had a lot of value there. Yeah, I mean, Specs Kyogre, yeah, it did great for him turn 1, but then it basically meant that they were instantly pinned. And yeah, their one out to win the game was if Archaludon could somehow just do pretty much all of Zamazenta's health with a move. Was pretty much their one out, and that was not the case, so we were able to take it. Oh, we ranked up! Sorry, I was a little distracted there. We ranked up! Fantastic. That's a new mon for the team. We're at rank 5. I'm gonna do at least one more. So hopefully we can very quickly get to rank 6. I mean, yeah, things have been going well today. I mean, so much depends on the matchup you get, right? And it's like we faced a couple of restricteds today, but we had the tools to deal with what was in front of us, which, yeah, was really, really nice. So let's see how this next battle goes. Hey there, Bobby here. No pressure, but please consider liking the video or subscribing to the channel. My Venusaur here has killed and will kill again. That's not a threat, that's just a statement of fact. I don't know if I love our Kali Ice matchup. I think it was quite a bit better when we had Earthworm, and now we lack the worm. Yeah, this is very strange. I think this is the group we bring. This is a matchup where Terra Fire on Thwacky would be a lot nicer than the Terra Ghost that we've got, but I'm not even sure it would make sense to prioritize Thwacky as the Terra target. We'll see how it goes. Because I'm not sure I'd want to lead Thwacky anyway. I do really like lead Scrafty here. If we're going to win, Scrafty's going to have to put in a lot of work. There's no question about it. Alright. I bet they just want to set up Trick Room with Farigiraf and attack with Kali Ice. That's my prediction. I'm down to just knock off Body Press. If you Terra Fairy, then that's bad for me. But I'm willing to just go after it. It's like, yeah, if you want to Terra, you can Terra. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure we're at the level where I've seen enough really good defensive turn 1 Terras to where I respect the Terra Fairy here. I think I just double up into it with Body Press knockoff, and we hope that it does the trick. If they Terra Fairied, mad respect. Mad respect. Okay. They Terra Fairied that slot, which also I think makes a lot of sense. If they protect with the Farigiraf, then we are got. We are very much got. Okay. Did that put it in citrus range? Man, if that literally did that much less, we would have killed. Because this reduces the damage of knockoff. I kind of was really hoping that we would do less with Body Press. But yeah, if we did like just a little bit less, we would have done so much more damage overall. That was a smart play by them. Yeah, Terra the Mon that you want to use to set up Trick Room. Use the other Mon offensively. That was that was a very good play. Unfortunately, if we had done a little bit less damage with Body Press, we'd be in an amazing spot. As it stands, we're not in a good spot. Does Thwacky live a Glacial Lance? That's not a question you want to be asking. I could Terra Water here. The issue is, if they've got Raging Bolt and I Terra Water, I think I might just lose the game. I think I'm just going to Iron Defense. That's a bit of a questionable decision. I could have protected. But I'm hoping that puts me in a good position later on. It puts me in a position where I can take Glacial Lances later on. Okay. I mean, a Dazzling Gleam was actually pretty spooky to me. Oh my gosh, that did a ton to Glaceon. Okay, that was a crit. I think here we have to take out the Farigiraf, so we have Fake Out online. Unfortunately, I think Glaceon will go down to another one of those, right? I could Terra Water the Zamazenta. I am feeling like I should have done that last turn. Do I just make the call? They don't have Raging Bolt. I think Bolt's pretty decent into my team. I don't think I can make that call yet, right? That's really good. We absolutely take that. I don't know exactly why they did that, but that's... Oh, that... Dang. Yeah, no, they got me. I did not think they had a way to kill. That shows I should have Terra Watered either this turn or a couple turns before, and it was a mistake not to. Because, yeah, I think we lose now. So I just should have been more careful with the mon I had. Although, now we do have Fake Out online. We do have a Glaceon in Trick Room, which is not to be underestimated. I was a little bit... Okay, well now I feel better about not going for Terra Water. Because, you know, this would have been a huge issue for us. Alright, Glaceon. Are they going to Thunderclap? We need Glaceon to live. Does it live? It does not live. Ah! It got crit twice! With the AV, were we in range? There's a good chance we were in range, but, like, yeah, if they... They need crits to take out the Glaceon the way they did. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But now I think it is all done. I think it is wrapped up at this stage now. I'm going to double up here. I'm going to predict them to protect and just be overly cautious. The game will end on the spot if they don't, and they shouldn't have protected. But at this point, we're just playing for misplays because we're behind. It's just like, yeah, if I fake out the Calyrex, great, then the Bolt kills my Scrafty. It just at that point, I needed them to just make a series of misplays to have a chance. And that was just like, protect, we get a lot of damage on the Bolt, then next turn, I maybe double up into the Calyrex, kill it. Yeah. No, we just needed Glaceon to live, or we needed to... We just needed to, I think, respect the damage on their end more from Zamazenta early on. I think a Terra Water was the right play, even though they had Bolt in the back, because I can protect and fake out pivot at that point. And I just needed to make sure Zamazenta got to that point, which I did not do. Yeah, we had some pathways there, we just didn't find them, you know? But honestly, I think my opponent played that one really well. I respect all the plays they made, and I think they were adapting to kind of like the decision-making process they saw on my end. They're like, okay, you're not tearing the Zamazenta, you're focusing more on the Calyrex's damage, well, I'll go for my single-target move with Farigiraf, which is more damage than I thought they were able to deal. So, yeah, very well played on their end. I think I expect them to go with their Snow Mode, and I think I let them do that, and I just go and try and hit them hard with my own Snow Mode, right? I think that might be the play. I don't think they have... Oh, they have Golden Go. Golden Go is a huge issue, isn't it? In case they lead Golden Go, I'll lead Scrafty, but I can switch in Bundle. I've also got Fake Out online. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Golden Go is the scariest thing, right? Golden Go is 100% the scariest thing on this team. Just because Zamazenta doesn't have a good way to hit it. My Ice types don't have a good way to hit it. The only thing that can is Scrafty. Okay, that's actually pretty good for us. We get an Intimidate off on the board. We should be faster. We're going to see right here. They are actually faster. Their Incineroar is faster than my Scrafty. Because their Intimidate went off first. No. Here's what we do. We go out into Zamazenta with Glaceon. Because that's threatening what's on the field. And we fake out the Kyurem. Because I think Glaceon can threaten other things more. I think Zamazenta threatens what's on the field quicker. Glaceon, I think, is also super important in this matchup. As is Scrafty, and I think this is a good way to protect those Mons. If they go after Scrafty here, that's really bad for me. Okay, Raw Blizzard. Jeez, that's Specs. Okay, no, Life Orb. At least they don't freeze. Well, I'm kind of regretting getting rid of my Assault Vest Ice type on the field. Do I Terra Water here? Yeah, I Terra Water. I Body Press the Incineroar. And I'm going to Close Combat. If this is Golden Go, that's very bad for me. Okay. That's not as bad for me, because this is still a lot of damage. I am definitely regretting my turn 1 play. I do have Blizzard spam in the back, though. If I get enough damage on these, then Glaceon can finish these Mons off. What Mons do I need to save? Scrafty's probably realistically the most important Mon on this team, funnily enough. They do Terra. Is this Terra Ice? My big fear is this actually might one-shot the Scrafty. Life Orb, Terra Ice, Blizzard. I think Zamazenta should live. Let's see. I'm definitely regretting how I played this a lot. Yeah. If they have Golden Go in the back, we should lose from here. Yeah, no, I just switching out that Glaceon turn 1 just ended up being a very, very costly maneuver, right? I think I just protect here, and I could body press the Kyurem. I don't think that does enough, right? I don't think there's a world in which that does enough. But it is a very threatening option from their perspective, I think. So it's nice to keep it on the board. So they have to respect it. Okay. I mean, that's the Mon we most need damage on, to be honest. So we really need this Hydro Pump to hit, because this is truthfully the only way we have to hit the Golden Go. Oh my gosh. Wow. Freeze dry there. Yeah, I mean, I think we are toasted here, because Golden Go can just pretty much take out everything. We do have Shadow Ball on Glaceon, right? So in that case, I might Body Press and Icy Wind. Make sure the Golden Go is in... Do I like that? I don't think I like that. I actually think I'd prefer Body Press and Protect, funnily enough. Just because this way Bundle lasts the turn. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Zamazenta, yeah. No, I mean, we just needed to position our Ice types in front of their Ice types, and I didn't do that. Wow, we might have killed if we just Icy Winded there. I feel a bit bad about that. No way Zamazenta lives this, right? Because that would mean we get a drop on gold, which would be nice, but we do not get that. But the thing is, I'm assuming this is a Make It Rain, and if we had Icy Winded, how do they go down the recoil? I kind of wish they hadn't gone down to the Life Orb recoil, truth be told. That's actually kind of bad for me. Because I'd rather next turn be able to, like, Icy Wind Shadow Ball. I don't know if we would have gone down to that. So now I'm kind of... I do have some regrets a little bit, because we might have been able to save the Zamazenta there. Which would have put them in a bit of an awkward position. I could see them faking out the bundle. We don't get it. Yep. So we do live with both. We do get a Shadow Ball off. I do think this is done. If we'd hit that Hydro Pump earlier, we'd actually kind of be in business here. Shadow Ball. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of plays that lose me the game, right? I get Hydro Pump the Ensign, but that doesn't accomplish anything at the end of the day. I see the play. We go for freezes, right? They've got the Spadef drop. Maybe this picks up a KO with Icy Wind Blizzard. If we pick up the KO and get a freeze on Incineroar, we can win, right? So now I think we're down. We're looking for our outs. So let's see. All right. I don't think that was the right play on their end because we could have Hydro Pumped, but I think it's still a play that should win them the game. Unless Glaceon can freeze right here. Come on, Glaceon. Get a freeze. Freeze, freeze. No, and then that should do it. I don't think a Hydro Pump would have picked off the Incineroar from that range as well. So I actually don't know if there was a way for me to punish that, other than what I did of going for a freeze. But yeah, now it's done. Bundle can't freeze anything. They've got 100% accurate moves that should finish it off. So this battle is all wrapped up. We had the tools for that one. I shouldn't have let the Kyurem Blizzard my Zamazenta on the Switch. Was not ideal. And I should have been more careful with Scrafty. I don't regret my turn 1 play with Scrafty of like Fake Out and potentially do something with Glaceon. I do regret my turn 2 play, which is, I mean, of course, easy to say because it got KO'd turn 2. But turn 1, it's like in order to get a guaranteed Blizzard hit, they would get faked out. But turn 2, the switch to Ninetales didn't really have a punish. And so that's kind of where my regrets come from that. All right, this is exactly the type of team we don't want to face. This is either Wolf's team or it's the team that won the Los Angeles Regionals. I don't know. I mean, basically the difference is this a Terra Ghost Focus Sash Calyrex or is it Terra Fairy Draining Kiss is the biggest difference. Either way, I don't love our chances. Usually I'd say Glaceon's big for this matchup, but I think just the fact that they've got so many fake out pivots really limits what we can get out of Glaceon, even though I think it can take a hit because from Astral Barrage because it's got Assault Vest. It can threaten back with like a Shadow Ball, Freeze Dry, Icy Wind, but just with all of the fake out pivoting, it just has no counterplay to that. Boost to attack, which shouldn't matter. Maybe it'll spook them, though. Yeah, let's get some damage on the board. That's fine. I'm predicting them to fake out the Enamorus. I think that makes a good deal of sense, too, especially because... nope, got that wrong. All right. Taunt. That's interesting. Regardless, I do keep my Focus Sash intact. So that's not horrible. I could Terra Stellar Terra Blast. I have half a mind to Tailwind. But the question is, are they going to taunt again? I don't know if that's a luxury they can't afford. So I'm actually gonna try and match Tailwinds here. I'm gonna predict them to not taunt. That's what I think is gonna happen. Then I think I want to Icy Wind for damage. Oddly, because I'm hopeful that this can actually put the Tornadus into Enamorus range. I don't think 2 Icy Winds from Bundle kill it, but it can put it in the range of something else. Yeah, I figured since you're risking a double up now, and since you just showed Taunt, that it was pretty safe for me to Tailwind. I figured you wouldn't want to risk Tornadus getting doubled up on this turn, getting knocked out, and not having that opportunity. So it was actually the right instinct of them to try and taunt the Enamorus. Oh, that's awesome! Wait a second. Wait a second. That is really good for us. Yeah, and that also means our Tailwind was pretty crucial too, because now if they bring out Calyrex Shadow, we are actually threatening an Icy Wind, and we're threatening a KO on it. I've got to hope they don't see it. They could easily protect the Calyrex Shadow. I'm going to predict them to not do that. If they do protect it, then all they'd be doing is Bleak Wind Storming. They are Covert Cloak, which I assume, but again, we were just doing that mostly for damage. We want to get as much damage as we can, and I'm pretty confident... Wait, which one's more damage? I don't know how Terra Stellar works. Actually, no, that's a 1.5 times boost. This should be basically a 2 times boost, so Moonblast should be more damage. We care about the damage. We need this Calyrex to go down to this. And so we are doing this maneuver right here. Oh, please let this work. A Protect would be bad. A Protect is the worst case scenario right now. They don't switch, which I think is positive. Let's see, getting that Tailwind off last turn was really, really good. So actually the Protect from turn 1 from Enamorus was ended up being a really good play. That is not great for us, but they at least stay in. A Speed Drop is how they really mess us up here. A Speed Drop would be pretty disastrous. So please no Speed Drop. Please miss the Bleak Winds. A Speed Drop would be bad. Please no Speed Drop on either Mon. A Speed Drop is so bad for us. We have Contrary! Oh my gosh. Okay. Now we're threatening a double KO. We go for the same play. I forgot that, yeah, that you can only Speed Drop one Mon. The other Mon will just gain speed. Contrary Enamorus coming in clutch. I'm a little bit afraid the Moonblast doesn't KO from here, but we're gonna hope. They withdrew Tornadus. I mean, this Calyrex is still... Oh, I think that should be enough to live. I think that should be enough to live. I think they got me. I think they might have goobed me here. Let's see. Terra Ghost. I should have Terra Stellar Terra Blasted in hindsight. Because, yeah, that would always kill. But I think with Clefairy Friend Guard, they might live. And then are we all out of spread? We might be. Have we found a way to lose this game? Yeah, if we had Terra Blasted, we'd be in a great spot. But I think with Clefairy Friend Guard, it just hangs on. I mean, yeah. I would have had to have called the Clefairy switch in and the Terra in order for Terra Blast to be the right play. Crit didn't matter. Yeah, double crit didn't matter. They're both going down anyway. They also didn't need to Terra. Yeah, and how was I to know they had Clefairy in the back? I don't hate my play because the only way they beat that is if they have Clefairy. That's the only way, right? So Calyrex does have a speed drop, which does mean my Zamazenta is going to be faster. I think we hope... yeah, basically, we have one of two plays here. Does the Calyrex protect? In which case, we Heavy Slam the Clefairy, and we fake out the Clefairy? Or, like, and we, like, Poison Jab the Clefairy? Or does the Calyrex not protect? I'm going to predict the Calyrex not to protect. They have a speed drop. I'm going to predict them to not remember the speed drop, or for just something to be wonky about it all. We're going to see how it goes, and we're going to see if we can Heavy Slam KO that. We're going for it. We're going to see. No protect. Please let this kill. Please let this kill, because we are going to be faster. Come on. Okay, we're still in it. We are still in this game. So they've got a low HP Tornadus. We have two fighting types. Oh my gosh, yeah, Tornadus could still do it for him. I think we should be faster than the Tornadus, which is something at least. Tornadus shouldn't be able to protect. Oh gosh. But yeah, they do have Follow Me. We don't have Terra. Yeah, this is just a Heavy Slam, Poison Jab into the Tornadus. Tornadus shouldn't be able to protect. Clefairy can Follow Me away. Let's see, it's going to come down to, yeah, it all comes down to this, right? If the Tornadus goes down, we have it. If it doesn't go down, we don't have it. Let's see. Oh, wait! Okay, Zamazenta, please be faster. Please don't be maximum speed Tornadus. Is it super fast? Yes! I think we've got it! They helping handed, but Zamazenta base is faster than Zamazenta ground, so they probably didn't expect us to outspeed. That Bleak Wind might have done enough damage to win them the game. However, because Zamazenta outspeeds, we are now in a winning position. I think this might be checkmate here. They only have Clefairy and Incineroar. They are out of Terra, and I think we turned this one all the way around with Scrafty and Zamazenta. Oh. Okay. Are they going to burn me? Are they going to burn me? Is that a way for them to win? See, they might be going for burn here, which I think makes a lot of sense. They do go for burn. They do get it. Come on, big damage, Zamazenta. I think that's enough. I think that's enough for Poison Jab. Scrafty takes out the Clefairy. And I think we've found a way past Calyrex Shadow Rider, which is definitely one of the scariest matchups that this team has. I mean, in large part, I think Bundle and Enamorous set a lot of the groundwork for it. But Scrafty and Zamazenta going 2v4 here. Yeah, because, yeah, our damage is reduced, but you don't have Terra. I've got two really strong fighting type moves. I think the Incineroar is going down to these. Yep. There we go. Good game. Yeah, I mean, it all came down to they let me fake out and heavy slam their Calyrex. If they had protected, then I'm not sure we have much of an out. Truth be told. And so, yeah, we got a bit fortunate there. Oh, I mean, that was also just the icy win from Iron Bundle coming into play earlier. And the reason I wasn't Terra Blasting is because Terra Blast, I believe you get a 1.5 times boost, so it's basically, in effect, 150 base power. While Moonblast, I have the Fairy Stab plus the Stellar boost, so it ends up being roughly doubled, so probably around 170 or 180 base power around there. I think there's a weird thing where it's like it's not quite doubled. I don't exactly know how the math works out, but I think Moonblast was a little bit more damage. And so, basically I thought that if they didn't swap in Clefairy, which wasn't quite on my radar, that Moonblast would kill, Terra Blast would not. Since they Terra'd, the opposite was true. Because Terra Blast definitely would have killed because it would have been super effective. Because that's how Terra works. That's how Terra Stellar works. If the opponent has Terra'd, then you do super effective damage. Yeah, it did work out in the end. It was very, very tight. But we made it there, and I'm pretty happy with that, all things considered. That was a really fun final game.